Hello, boys and girls. Once again, it's top of the hour, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, which means several things. But the main thing that matters today, is that we're here playing video games at twitch.tv/SamusGrovo and youtube.com/SamusGrovo. We are on part 3 of our Factor Mega Lite, and I'm kind of excited to play this instead of other things because I sat down and I cleaned out some of these trees. We eked our way through some science, and I want to get the bigger science running pretty soon. But today, the first thing I want to do is start gathering up some more of this iron in places and start smelting it bigger, better, faster, harder. So we can try to get the smelting done. I'm not worried about anything else. I'm worried about trying to get the smelting going. So let's see. The first thing we have to do is we only have one logistics train stop, which means we're going to need some more. Which means we're going to need some red circuits. The other thing that's matters is that we have to work on putting together our depot. Also, I started building like these tiles because we got a few more Twitch subscriptions last night, which means we need to go through and update that our supporter section, which is also pretty awesome. So we got those in place. We like grabbed a couple of boxes and just made a couple of places where we're like force feeding stuff in for engines. So this site's why super slow. We'll trudge along slowly for quite a while. So if I remember correctly, I'm not saying I do, this science is 250 to get the purple production packs. And what I really want to do is be able to do the next bit of science out the way that we're kind of hoping. That's it's a lofty goal. So we've got this area cleaned up. Like I said, we just kind of went around and cleaned up trees. I wanted to make sure I had a nice big open area to do some stuff with, and for whatever reason I decided that I didn't like it over there. So we're gonna probably turn. So okay, let's rewind slightly before I get even more flustered. So one of the things you have to do with an LTN train network is you have to set up a depot. It's just, you have to have one. So I was thinking I might turn this area into the train depot, basically right here, so you can stack the trains up. We have to have one of those before we can start using the LTN network, and we have to the way I want to build it, we need to have a we have to have the LTN network running before we can get the smelting going. So all these things, cart leads into the horse. Good morning, Steinerger buddy, old Chummel pal. I don't get to catch you live very often anymore. That's cool. We are just working on this factory. Letting our robots do some work. How are you this morning? Might not be able to. I mean, I have his ears on. Oh man, I stayed up way too late last night. I don't think I could have slept anyway, but I stayed up way later than I intended. How's this tree still here? Is this right? So, again, one of the reasons that we're working on this is because I'm not particularly good with trains, and I'd like to get better. No, that was correct. Well, correct might be a hard word here. Alright, so we come around this track. Thanks, robots. We come up here, right? So this is its own section. No, in... Yeah, I think that's right. So you have in here, and then we can set up our logistic train depots. There's 6. All of our trains are basically... All of our trains will be 2-1s. I like them that way. Where do train stops go? Or sorry, 1-2s. Maybe they should be 2-1s actually. Or 2-2s. I'm not opposed to 2-2s. Depot. Boop. What color do we want to make depots? Bright green. Let's do like can we get an orange in here? Maybe that's a little bit more green. Yeah, it's like the color of us, right? Close. Okay, now we need a couple of these. And that's to basically tell the train stop that it is in fact a depot here. We want to put it essentially as inline as possible. So here to... Nope, I don't think that was right. Yeah, it was. So you click on the light bulb, click on the thingy. Then we're going to have signals. Signals. Stop as a depot. We're going to come up a little bit. And again, I'm not the best at this. Looks like we need to come back at least one. Looks like back one more again. Alright, so this should be our initial depot, right? From here to there. And then we take this curve out. Then we should be able to basically stack these in. I think that's right. Cross our fingers and hopes. Alright, I think we're gonna miss some logistic train networks. Let's make a couple more. And let the robots do their jobs for a minute. So I had some sort of pattern to cut it out on. The nice box and a nice interesting background that has like the Twitch logo and Twitter, you know, all the places that is at Samius Grovo. So like youtube.com/SamiusGrovo or twitter.com/SamiusGrovo, etc. And then we have like a little phrase here, which if we... How come it's not doing it now? Did it a minute ago. So basically it's got some text in here that's like a little funny thing. Or we have this one, which is essentially this artwork on the chest. And then somewhere we'd put, like probably on the back, we would put the name of the channel and stuff like that. I don't know. I think something along those lines would be fun. And if we only sold a few and mostly I wore them on the stream, that would be fine. Not ideal, but fine. Boop. Okay. All these are like one over, huh? So we're missing one of these and one of these. Make a bunch more of those while we're sitting here. And then this we will leave it. In theory we could put, well, maybe not. Maybe we'll just fill it up. Let's grab that first one again. I mean, what's it gonna hurt for this to be completely full, right? I don't think anything. I think if anything, it'll be a help. But again, I don't know. All right, and that's way more trains than we currently have plans something wrong. Okay. So here's our depot. Let's grab some power supplies. I think we go here. That's in line. And then we need our train light, which I think we can just put right here. Do a little run through. Let the robots do some magic. Wow, we got way deeper in that than I thought we would. Okay. So now they should sit at the depot until they can leave, I think. I don't think it can... Oh, because this one is... None of these have the... That? Oh, I thought it was complaining that we... Alright, so this isn't gonna work. Let's pull that back out. So close and yet so far. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. Grab a bunch of wood from the car here. Which I know is not the most efficient fuel, but we have a ton of it, so we're going to take advantage of the fact that we just have a metric ton of it. And I think how we're going to do so, so we're going to need another power pole. Seems okay. Then we're going to go like that. And in. I want to make sure that we're in here. That looks good. Now the question is, will that... Alright, so we can't tile that unless we put one more of these in like that. Okay. Which we can do. Oops. Alright, these are not necessary here. Perfect. Alrighty, let this do its thing for a quick second. And we'll hook up to these cars. Everything barely fits, which was basically the idea. Man, if this works out, I'm gonna be so happy. And we got like miles in front of this. And if this goes off like that, we could also probably branch up and out, I think. No, that's the... Yeah, that's the this way line. The robots plug all this stuff in. And that's where we're out of stuff. So we need to go get underground belts. I thought we took those out. I don't need those there. Don't need those there. Come on. Come on, little robotses. Get in the backpack. Alright, perfect. So, at some point this will all get roboports. But for now, I think the plan will just be a very simple. We'll manually put wood in here. So we do have a ton of wood, to be honest. It's not going to catch any of it. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. So that looks good. That looks good. Train sitting at the depot. So now we're going to rebuild. Whoa, is it rocking away? Get that out of here. I said, especially when it starts to get dark like this, I don't want any between where I'm working and where I'm going. I don't want to be worried about crashing into things if I can help it. Alright, so to start with here, we need to pick up a couple of things. We'll take all of these, and we'll take all those. And why is this not working? We're out of greens. Greens in this box. So awkward. Because we don't have things set up with a traditional bus, we have to load things in boxes ourselves. Which doesn't bother me, but it does mean sometimes things are not going to run while we're gone like they would in a normal Factorio base. How about you? And you just waiting on them. Or steel, I mean. Doesn't give us very much steel right now. We'll run over and grab steel out of this little baby steel line that we have. Alright, perfect. We got just a metric ton of stuff. Grab all this train track and start throwing stuff willy-nilly into the car. I'm currently not worried about the danger of that being attacked. Okay, we just have a little bit more greens that we can throw into a box. These greens, throw in a box. Make sure that you have plenty of greens. Nice. Okay. Everything is reloaded. Factory should run in our absence. Our starter factory here, though, which hopefully we won't need too much longer. Why is this pole even here? Get out the way. Nobody loves you, silly pole. And we'll grab birch. Whatever of these we can get picked up. So these are, those are wood that we, from all these trees that we cut down earlier to make room. So we'll load that up in this box. Little bit extra, so we'll just make another steel chest and it down right there as well. We're going to switch these with those. There we go. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Then we'll run down this line and get all these plugged in. I don't want to use wood here long term, but I want to be able to get rid of it, so for now at least wood can go in. Yeah, that needs to be underground belt right there. Alright, so I believe this depot is all set up to work. Also, I don't think each of these really need their own... Oh, the name didn't get copied? Oh, that sucked. Okay, that is working. Alright, I believe... that shouldn't need anything there. But I do think I want to go ahead and put one here to signify that it's a thing, and then approximately every 4 cars after that, which would be there. And there again. Okay. So I think that should be good. Alright, so well, we still have a bunch of... Alright, now let's look and see if we still have a bunch of weird names. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't think we have locomotives getting made anywhere right now, but... Alright, perfect. We still have... Right, go to depot. Until inactivity. Go. Just basically make a path. Okay, so this radar should go... Let's put it right here. And then what I want to do is I want to grab... I want to grab some of that. So I have a rough blueprint to start with here. And then we'll tweak it to go in and out of this. Alright, so let's take this guy, clean it up. And this guy, clean it up. Although I don't think we can get any closer than that. I think that's as close as I can get. Okay, so when we exit, we need a blue light. Right? Just like that. And then when we come back on, we need Need one of these after. Which there's one right here, so that difference shouldn't matter. Okay, and this is not that. And this needs to be R for raw iron. And technically this is our second iron patch. Boop. And I kind of want to set up it doesn't have to be like the most color coordinated here, but I'd like some sort of coordination. Okay. Let's tell you to come to iron 2 and tell inactivity. Just make sure that I can get down here and park. Boop. Looks great. So we'll just delete that and we'll trudge back onto the depot. Okay, that looks really good. So now the tricky parts. Alright, so here are our 6 inputs. So we have to decide where we want our in to be. I think this, right now, the closest part to this is going to be our input. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Cider columulator. So everything. No, that's. We want the arithmetic accumulate. Okay, whatever. Okay. So basically, we want to take anything that's in this chest or warehouse and even it out between the two of these warehouses, right? So the way to do that, again, if I'm paying attention, is to make the contents, oh, this is backwards. Boop, boop. The contents of this warehouse a negative number. So all of this times -1. And I'll put the contents. Okay? And then we'll take that negative number. Oh, you know what? We're going to need a couple of poles here anyhow. Hey, what's up, buddy? It's not an easy way to get that hooked up there. That's just too far away. That's fine. I guess we'll hook it up there. So right now, this train station should say, hey, I have 561 iron. So if I had a train station requesting a little bit of iron, it should work. That should be what I need to make that happen. Which means we can start mining this. Oh, that'd be so great. So what's your plans for today, Mr. Witty?
Well, right now, Jim is nearly
Uh-huh.
Eli wants A's for the lab, but it's worth a shot.
It is indeed worth a shot. So how's that flight? Does it look like it's gonna happen?
No.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I know that you mentioned that you were hopeful.
Yeah. Well, basically, one of their pilots was sick, so they didn't know what they were going to need.
I gotcha.
But he ended up feeling well enough yesterday to go on flight.
Well, it's good that, you know, you're on that list, I guess, right? Alright. Let's go boom. 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 All right, go go robots, go go. I guess this doesn't have to be there or that. Oh man, robots are so good. So I don't know about everybody else, but my big question is, when do we need to sync up so you know what mod packs you need to be able to rock some Factorio with me?
Mod packs?
Oh my goodness, so many mod packs. Because this playthrough that we're doing right now isn't as complicated as the one that we tried. I think I scared you with like the angels and everything. Oh no, this is not lined up right here. Okay. I think I scared you.
No, it's hard for me to find time to regularly dedicate.
Right. Well, and I think this is a good playthrough for you to join me in some Factorio sometimes.
Well, after this match.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind is that I also have not got this set up for sharing, and we haven't tested it, so I don't want to try testing that live on the stream. But at some point, I think we should give it a shot. Alright, look at that. Glorious. Are we out of wooden power poles? Neat. Boop. Boop. Nope, not there. That's out of place compared to everything else. Boop. Beep. Alright. This loop I think is going to go away. I think I decided that is terrible, and I don't want it there. I don't know. What hero are you playing in Hero of the Storms?
I am rocking my Star Queen Lee name.
Somebody wants to just win games. I see how.
That is no lie.
I don't think you get to see him super often, but I think he can be really strong.
Yeah, well, he's a hard character to play, but know how to play him.
I've got a cricket in my window. It's just like rocking out right now.
Don't know how to play him, and just you should die so long. And the Rexar is a level 1 bronze.
Ooh. So on the verge of turning silver. You and I are silver.
Yeah, with bronze 1 Lily. Yes, we are silver 4?
Silver 4, yep. I don't know what to tell you other than it feels good to be a gangster, Witty. Yep.
Word.
Yeah, no, Witty's my Hero League partner, essentially. And it can be a real challenge sometimes to play here.
This is our first foray into it.
Right. I think we'll get there. Like, whoa, what is this?
But we need to figure out, like, if we continue to play Hero League or Team League games, if we, like, level up in our rank.
We will. If we do well. If we win.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. That's 100% how it works.
Li Ming went too deep.
Li Ming? Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Okay. I got some teleports, baby.
Teleports. Oh boy. Oh, also, I just realized that we need reds here. I'm gonna take those out. I'm gonna put a kibosh on. We'll just do it like. We'll just do it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, pick up this solution.
Okay, so we're gonna put a hold on construction robots right now. We've got more than we need probably. But I want to continue to work on building logistics robots. So the general idea is each of these little zones are going to have their own logistics robot network to kind of power them. We're going to need coal pretty soon. And that'll be the next thing we put in the big network. But we got to figure out where we're going to put our dump as well. What's this doing here? Also, how did a tree escape our wrath?
Alright, Sonia and I are gonna hold this shrine.
Okay. Everything feels really good still. Oh, we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make 4 of those real quick. Okay.
I am blue.
So I put out a t-shirt design last night in a couple of places. Did you happen to see them?
I did not.
I put 2 of them out on our potential t-shirt designs. I put 2 in on Facebook and 2 on Twitter as potential designs for some Samius t-shirts. Oh no, we're not building those. And I kind of showed them off earlier in the video / stream, but we can pull them up again. I think. Click the correct button. Boop. So we have this design right here, which is like the Samius face inside this star with an easy to cut out background, like the Twitch logo, the Twitter logo, Facebook logo, YouTube, gamingforgood.net. Because all those things, if you type in like twitter.com/Samius, then you'll come here. So Same thing for Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Gaming for Good. All those things are under Samius Garobo. And then I've got this wonderful series of taglines underneath. Playing games poorly for your sick entertainment is the first one written down there. The next one is 100% mostly always pants free. The next one is sometimes funny enough a little pee comes out. And then the next one is we'll totally talk to you about that thing that happened that one time. I love it. That is amazing. So let's grab a fresh blueprint. We're going to copy everything from here to here. You know what? No, let's go from... No, I don't want to necessarily go that circle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to copy everything from... Oh, bollocks. Well, that is good news, though. So now we should have purple science. So now we just need whatever makes gold science. What unlocks gold science? Oh, someone sounds like they're having a good game over there.
Oh god, no.
Maybe we already unlocked gold science? Can we make everything now? Oh, we can't. Sweet. Okay, so we're just going to let that science buffer for a second. Copy. And we're going to remove these. There we go. Excellent.
Definitely going to need to take Illusionist for this match.
Oh, we're actually missing a couple of things here first. Okay. So this knows that it's providing it already without us having to set that. We can put minimums in here, but I'm not worried about that right now. But what we do also need to program in here, actually, is a decider accumulator, or arithmetic accumulator. And what that needs to do is connect to the train stop into here, I think. Cannot be. I thought.
Oh, Lily and your jugs of 1,000 FUs. Thank you.
Alright, we'll leave that alone for now. So there is a thing that we may have to jump over and remember how that works. But we need to be able to set these filters. And we need to be able to set them to an amount. So it's easy to just copy this in the future. But I'm having a brain fart on how to get the train to tell me what's there without the train being at the station. So we need to go set up our depot area. Man, I have the feeling that this train station is just going to be called the wrong thing. Alright, and I'm thinking we're going to put... we're going to start our storage over here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Or we can put it on this side, actually, as well. So somewhere over here, we're going to have a parallel train system where these two do not touch. Except by going through... we could put that storage area right here. I don't hate that. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Ouch. So right here, we will... yeah, I don't think that's how we want to do it, actually. Let's think. I think we want something closer to how this is set up so we can have multiples. At least 2. Probably more like a bunch. Yeah, this can go away. One, two. Okay, so that's the minimum. So this would be like deep storage 1. But once we know that the multiplayer works, we will probably be doing something. And then right back out of here. Yay!
I won a game.
Look at you.
We destroyed that match.
Good. Okay. Proud of you. I don't care what it is when a train depot comes here. Just want it to get unloaded as soon as it can. Right? Dump into these. And then these will both empty into...
this we were talking about mods.
Yes. And I will have a list of them for you at some point here. I have a folder, and I will get it set up directly into the playthrough, or the right in an easy place for you to download. Those are the words I'm looking for. And then, like I was just telling James Bond here, who was wanting to know if I can play Factorio with him, that is the hope, is that I'll use you as a guinea pig to test my multiplayer setup and hosting capabilities. And then once I know that it works, we'll work on it. Yeah, I don't think we need more than 3 right now. So we're gonna have coal, iron, and copper. Basically, these are all resources that come in. That should be fine. How's our pollution? Ooh, we're gonna have to go clean out these bases super fast. Okay. And we don't have the belts or the iron to make that happen.
Oh.
Yeah,
Opening factorial map. Modificate. Odds on it.
Alright, so then each one of these needs a light. Here, I believe. Alright, and then
So, when again were you planning to start the FTLs? You're waiting for...
my hope is to FTL when we hit a fundraising, or not a fundraising goal necessarily, but a financial generation goal of $50, which we made. I have to redo the math, but we're not quite at $50, but we did make a pretty reasonable chunk the other day. With the general idea that this way, you know, it's like a pseudo reward for people who donate. You get to see me suffer through a different game. So that does include things like subscribers and stuff like that too. So right now we currently have 7 subscriptions. And then last month we had somewhere in that same ballpark. So I need to actually check and see what. Man, what's the contents of a train? Let's start with. Let's not do it like that. Let's just put in. I want minus 50,000 copper here, or iron here. Look at that! Look at that! There goes our train. Zoom! There goes our other train. Zoom! We didn't put a radar over here, so we can't watch that. Get in the car.
So I think I ordered stuff through Amazon.
Through the link? Is that what you're telling me?
I think so. Not possible.
So all you have to do is click on that link, and it should work. Okay. So now I have to hook up arithmetic accumulator here. What the shit? Oh, maybe it's gotta. Maybe I gotta put it into this thing first. Alright, so let's get our decider accumulator here. Let's put it down here, basically in line. And we'll hook it from this to this. Alright, so these are all taking filters.
you have a folder? You have a folder somewhere?
I will have a folder in my Dropbox. There is a Dropbox with all my folders. Same spot, are you running? Commands, let's see. If you go bang mods, Samius will give you a URL that you can follow. Right? In the chat, you can just click on that. What am I doing wrong here? Signals red 4000. You don't need all of it. So let me click on it. Or let me do it like this instead, actually. So my mod Lite consists of, let me turn this factory back on. Adequate bot start, which I don't know if that's in that mod list or not. It should be.
I don't see it.
Okay, so I'll have to add that one.
Is there an alphabetical order?
They are, yes. So 1 second, I will add it. Or here, maybe I'll just do this. I didn't want to put the whole folder in there because it gets crazy, but I'll just copy the whole thing in there. So you should see a new folder in a minute called Mod Lite, and that's the list of mods that we're using. Okay, so right now, so let's take this back out, and just put this here. I mean, at least it's working now. So let this run. This doesn't sort things, which we'll have to get figured out again pretty quickly. But for now, this is fine.
Where you have to put mod.
So to put the mod someplace, you basically go into the Factorio folder inside of like your map data, and there's a directory in there called mods, and you just put them in there. I think you can basically look at it. There should be like inside the game, you should be able to say like add mods or something, and it should just plug it in there. Alright, is this actually going to empty? Yes, because it doesn't care. It's just going to take it all. Okay, there we go. So now that should fix that. Alright, so we're going to copy this guy. We're going to take all this out. All this and all this. And this is going to end up being my provider. Missed all sorts of stuff in here. Let's cut this too. Alright. So now we have 3 stations. They come in like from a point somewhere around here. They grab things and they leave. So the question is, how much room do we want to store things? I want to store a lot. So let's plan on each warehouse is 160,000 of these raw materials. Let's just go like that. I think that'll be okay for now. Let's make 2 of these, a few of these. Man, we're not even close to being ready to smelt, Witty. This is why I need you to help me get some of this stuff running. So I have like this huge evil master plan. And it's too much. It's too much right now. Alright. Do we want... I think what we're going to do is we're going to allow it to get bigger. We're going to put these things in place, but we're not actually going to... Okay, so we got a few extra racks here. I hope. This is where the train stations will, or the resources will go from one area to the other. This guy's got an extra. That's what's going on. Alright. This will plug into this one, and it will be a nice little circuit. I hope. And then if we need to, we'll probably put our depot right over here for this section. And then it can do the same thing. It can boop to boop. You gotta add those sound effects. It's important. Boop to boop to bop. Clear everything. Oh no, I did actually need that, I think. Yeah. So iron, copper, coal, potentially uranium, and then a miscellaneous oil stuff probably. Yeah, okay. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. It's just saying no path. What's up? Why is there no path? If I go here and turn it back on, will it go? These are showing all red all the way around. This is where Shuglit's on and tells me that my train tracks are all bad. The other one worked just fine. I don't... Let's make sure our train is not... Can you go to the depot? Can't go to the depot, which means there's... The problem is these lights. That doesn't fix it. How about here? I don't understand this. The other one seems to... Oh. Maybe I drove too far? Okay, there we go. You need to go to iron, deep storage, inventory empty. This is probably going to go to the wrong one. We go to like this one. No, it's the only one that can go to right now. Okay. That on manual mode for right now. Look at you, little guy, coming back. Wow, where'd you come from? A bunch of you guys are floating around. Oh, you're trying to build stuff. It's not good. Oh, boy. I get this figured out in the Mega Mod stuff, and then I start trying to redo it in a slightly different area, and then I just completely forget. Melty brain problems. Alright, so you clear that out. Go to depot until inactivity. Go. can't see up there. I'm going to assume that's working now. It called it for 1,000 iron. We'll just run back up there because we left our car up there because that's... Yeah, that's... I don't know what I did, but I think I got it stuck somehow before. Seems to be okay now. Let's get a radar dish up here, and then let's just set a couple of guns down in a few places. Come up here. Need these. Wouldn't hurt to have more of those, but apparently we don't have any. Apparently that's what needs all the blues. The green circuits. God. Brain, you just don't work anymore, do you? Not at all. Not at all. No, not you. Alright, so that should work for a while. And if that's working, then this should work for maybe not quite as long, but a reasonable amount. Which hopefully will pile up this. Okay. So I think we need... No, we got a lot of railroad tracks. We need these. Which means you need some copper. And trying to set all this stuff up the way I want it to run for the future right away is harder than I thought it would be. Not having like your little base running well to fuel your big mega base is a lot harder than I thought. And I think we'll get there, but it's definitely not as smooth going as I thought. I thought we'd get to this point, we'd just start slapping together the mega base train system and everything would just be perfect. But that is 100% not what's happening. I just want a few more things to work before I wrap up for this morning stream here. Just a few more things. I'm gonna make sure we're continuing to make logistics robots down here. And I feel like I need to probably give it one. There you go. They're all racing to hit me, so we'll let them hit me real quick. And they'll fix themselves, I believe. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's grab some more pipes, too. How many are in here? 38. That's not very many. I think we just want to work on some red and blue science for a little bit. How is that not a passive provider chest? Ba-dum. Alright, we're almost at the 200 greens. But we're still pretty far away from our copper quest here. We need iron pipes in these. So we'll just grab 100 of each, 200 of each. 1, 2, 3. We have plenty of iron. I don't remember if it's gears. Yeah, it's gears. Top you off. Top you off. We're short on gears. There's a pile of gear making factory over here. It goes in a box. Alright. That's all topped off. That's topped off. Means that science will continue to buffer, which is good. Said it's was at 40-ish last time we looked at it, which means we've got quite a ways to go. Sulfuric acid looks great. Oh, we grabbed red specifically to throw in here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe we need to focus on getting the science running. I don't know.